That's not on me. Traffic, you're really going to interrupt the judge that's getting ready to give you fines and costs? Amazon's obviously got a great business model, but I don't think every other driver on the road should have to put up with the bullshit. That is one of my major pet peeves is delivery trucks that park in the travel lane. Get another job if you can't live with that. All right, you know what? You continue to argue, so...
This video shows an Amazon driver in court for blocking traffic, and Judge Oakley absolutely goes off on him. The judge doesn't hold anything back and drops a shocking verdict that leaves the defendant stunned. Honestly, it's intense. Some might say Judge Oakley went too far, while others might argue the driver had it coming. Personally, I think the judge went a little overboard, but watch for yourself and see what you think. Let's get into it and watch Judge Oakley lay down a serious reality check.
All right. And Mr. Scott, are you ready for your formal hearing today?
Yeah.
All right. And the people? All right. Your appearance for Van Buren Township. All right. Let's get started. Officer, come on up. Watch your step on my incline ramp. Raise your right hand for me. Swear or affirm, tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth.
I do.
Settle in. When you're ready, Ms. Manorino.
Officer, can you state your name for the record, please?
Officer Ryan Berry, Van Buren Township Police.
And you're employed as a police officer there?
Correct.
How long have you been so employed?
Going on 17 years.
Are you currently assigned to any particular unit within the police department?
Patrol division.
Prior to being in patrol, were you assigned to any particular unit within the police department?
Several. Canine unit, traffic unit, accident investigation.
So based on your investigation of the scene on December 10th that afternoon, did you make drawing any conclusions about how the accident?
Yeah. I believe the driver of the Amazon vehicle was partially on or across the white line in the northbound travel lane and the approximate cause of the collision.
And that's based on your measurements of the roadway and the size of the Amazon vehicle, that it wasn't possible for the Amazon vehicle to be on the shoulder and be completely out of the roadway.
If the Amazon vehicle was on the shoulder, it would have been in the ditch. It would have, if it was on the outside of the white line, it would have been leaned over in the ditch.
And you didn't observe the vehicle, the Amazon delivery vehicle to be in that condition?
No.
I did nothing further than the officer.
Mr. Scott, do you have any questions for this officer?
Did you see all four of my tires outside of the white line?
No, I did not.
My knowledge, that was, all four tires were, like he said, it was the ditch. Anything more up, I was roll over the ditch, but I don't have any more.
With respect to the form, I don't know if that was a question or a statement from.
I think it was a question and then a statement. So no questions at this time.
I have a question. You said that the driver, said his, driver assist shifted it over to cause the accident essentially?
Correct. But you were still the approximate cause of the accident, being across the line, obstructing the traffic.
If you said there was no more room for me to be over to the side, I'm just, what am I supposed to do?
You can't park in the road. You can't stop.
I wasn't parked technically, I was driving, I was trying to make a turn.
Okay. This is Q&A. I'm going to give you plenty of time to argue, but this is Q&A. So do you have any, did he answer that question?
If you enjoy content like this, make sure to like and subscribe. It really helps out, and I'd appreciate the support. Now let's get back to the video.
Do you have any other questions? Okay. Any rebuttal?
No.
You stepped out. Any other witnesses from the people?
Not the driver, the board.
All right. Do you have any witnesses?
I don't.
Okay. Would you like me to hear your story?
Yeah.
Raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth? All right, go ahead.
So they said approximately around 2:00. I was doing a delivery. It was pretty busy traffic. So I parked over the shoulder as far as I could. Like you stated earlier, there's really no more room for me to be over without being rolled over the ditch. As I was leaving traffic to tag, I was waiting to make a turn essentially. Like, let's say the house is right here. I'm a little bit up here, so I was waiting to like go in and back in, but it'd be easier. flow of traffic was pretty good. But I mean, flow of traffic was still kind of moving, like people could still go this way to this way. Maybe about 10 cars. Then God may have been like 13th car every time, like you said, over and then kind of veered over at the last second. So, that's pretty much what I think.
Do you have any questions for Mr. Scott?
No, Your Honor, I don't.
Any rebuttal witnesses?
No, Your Honor.
I'm ready for argument.
Your Honor, the testimony from Mr. Scott and from Officer Barry is consistent that there wasn't room essentially on what would be the shoulder of the road for the vehicle to be stopped, and because of that, the vehicle was in the roadway at a time when there was traffic in both lanes, and because of that, there was a collision. It's clear that Mr. Scott was impeding traffic when we actually found it.
What's the charge? I don't even know that.
Sorry, it's impeding traffic from the accident.
Okay, thank you. Argument.
I don't feel like I was responsible because the driver just tipped them over and like 15 cars successfully passed me while I was waiting to make the turn. So I didn't know what else am I supposed to do in this scenario.
Pull in the driveway.
Well, I couldn't. It was like it was so busy, and I was trying to back into the drive.
You know what? I live on a private road, and I've gotten letters from delivery services that say they won't deliver to my house because my trees are too low. So if there's no safe way to deliver that package, then your company should communicate with that consumer that says we can't deliver to you.
So I was simply waiting to get in the drive. I was trying to back.
But you were impeding traffic while you were waiting to do that. And brother, your tough luck. That is one of my major pet peeves is delivery trucks that park in the travel lane and everybody else has got to accommodate them because they're trying to deliver packages.
All 4 tires were open.
Get another job if you can't live with that.
I'm not gonna lie. I think Judge Oakley might have been a bit too harsh here. Let me know what you all think in the comments, because this might be a hot take. Sure, the guy was blocking traffic, but delivery drivers already have a tough job, especially in cities where parking is a mess. It's chaotic out there. I'm not saying I love being stuck behind a delivery driver when I'm in a rush, but I get it. We've all been there, trying to get home, and suddenly there's a car half parked. Plus, these drivers are out here grinding in all sorts of weather, freezing cold, blazing heat rain, just so we don't have to cook ourselves. Imagine walking up 5 flights of stairs in the summer heat just to get tipped $1. That's tough. So if you're a delivery driver watching this, shout out to you. You're the real MVPs. Now, I'm not saying Judge Oakley was completely wrong, but I do want to remind people that delivery drivers deserve more respect. Even if this guy does end up guilty, let's still appreciate the work they're putting in to keep us fed.
It's when I'm driving down the road, it's not my problem if the delivery truck in front of me doesn't know how to back in a driveway or pull in a driveway or doesn't have some other way to get their package in there. That's not on me. Traffic. You're really going to interrupt the judge that's getting ready to give you fines and costs?
I was trying to back the judge over.
Okay. And while you were trying to back in the driveway, you were impeding traffic because people had to go around you because you were blocking the travel lane. That's impeding. That's the classic definition of impeding travel.
Still passing normal.
But they had to pass. They had to go into the other travel lane to get what direction were you headed?
I'm not sure, maybe north. I don't know. Correct.
All right. And the people that were going the same direction you were going, they had to get into the oncoming traffic lane to get past you, didn't they? Not all of them, some of them. You're impeding traffic. Classic definition of impeding traffic. And once again, Amazon's obviously got a great business model, but I don't think every other driver on the road should have to put up with the bullshit. I'm actually excited to finally get an impeding traffic ticket issued on an Amazon driver because I've been putting up that stuff for years and I don't see where it ever happens.
I just don't see what I'm supposed to do in this scenario.
It doesn't matter. I got a perfect example for you. I had a young man on Zoom today. He stole food because he had to feed his 2 kids and he had no other options. Does that make the stealing of the food less illegal? It's exactly the same scenario. All right, you know what? You continue to argue. So The suspended fines and costs just became $250. Pay it today. Goodbye.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I got to have something to write.
I usually like Judge Oakley, but this one felt off. The driver was just trying to explain himself, and Oakley acted like he had a personal vendetta against Amazon. If I were the defendant, I'd ask for a recusal. Judges are supposed to be neutral, not biased. Delivery drivers have a tough job. Long hours, high quotas, and no real protections. So yeah, maybe the guy was wrong for blocking traffic, but judges should acknowledge how hard their job is. Let me know if you think Oakley was fair or over the top. Thanks for watching.